Okay, Nathan, thanks for coming in for our post-observation. I enjoyed your class. It is a challenging class, like you talked about. How did you, what, if you look back on this, give me some of your feeling on how it went.
I thought it went pretty well for the most part. I think the biggest issue is maintaining classroom management and then also maintaining student focus. So trying to get them wrangled in, as we talked about in the pre-session, there's a lot of IEP 504 students, a lot of diagnoses in that class that make it very hard for students in that class to focus on tasks at hand, especially with direct instruction. But I think by and large it went pretty well. There's, a few outliers that I think needed more wrangling than the others, but I think largely the class was engaged.
What, as you reflect on this, what are some of the specific points you think that went well?
I think the question and answer with students went well. I think the fact that I've started not allowing students to go to the bathroom, because that class, and it sounds mean in the sense of like, I'm not letting them go to the bathroom, you better hold it or something like that, or get a drink, But that class, you have the same kids going to the bathroom every hour because they, it's avoidance. But if they can answer a question correctly, then I'll let them go to the bathroom. And so you'll have, student A that wants to go to the bathroom for the umpteenth time today. I'll say, well, if you can answer my next question correctly. And so now they're locked in because they want to be able to answer that question. But not only that, but the other students in the class are locked in to see if that student gets it right. And now they want to be able to get it right before that student so that they get it. So it almost creates a mini competition within the class.
Yeah, I noticed that. And it does become, the issue of bathroom. We've talked about that in our professional development and things. It is an issue because we want to be careful about not allowing, but I really liked your use of questioning there to make it kind of be something that they earn, and then they still have the ability to hit the restroom when they need. What do you think you would have done differently if you look at some of those points after, upon review?
I tell you, a few of the kids were gone for basketball. So one thing that would have been nice was to move some of the kids that are more towards the back closer to me. As we talked about in the pre, there's not enough room really in the class itself for the amount of students that are in there normally. But since some of them were gone for a basketball game, it would have been nice to move the ones that are generally in the back, because it's and it sounds bad, but it's one of those choices you make when you're making because I spent like an hour trying to make a seating chart where I can split kids up so they're not going to be distractions. But there's like a few kids that no matter where I put them, they're going to distract 4 or 5 kids, and I can only, I only have so many sticks or carrots to offer. So it's all right, you're going to go back in isolation, and I could have moved them because there was less kids there. I could have moved them more towards the front. Now, it sucks to isolate them, but at the same time, it's either isolate them or lose 5 kids worth of instruction. And I know that the mantra is, well, just manage your classroom better, but that's easier said than done.
Are you kidding me?